Hey everyone, it's Lou Joseph with Remax Preferred Realty. Just coming to you today to give you a little market recap. It's been a couple months since I did a video, and the reason being is that it seemed like every month was the same story. So I thought maybe we'll wait a couple months and then go over those months and see if there's any trends or anything new that's happening in the market. So I'm just going to go on the website here where we have our monthly statistics, and basically we're going to take a look at the first thing we're going to look at is the available listings. Now our listings are up as of April and May compared to the following year in 2020 by quite a bit. We're actually showing May we're up 51%. So we have more inventory in the market. Looking at this chart here, you can see that during last year we had this really slow April, May as far as inventory. Now we're really actually the polar opposite, really high in inventory. Now if we look at year to date, now if we look at 2020 all the way to June, we showed that we had 3,094 listings. Compared to this year, we're at 3,964 listings. So more inventory is great as far as dealing with the demand in housing. We want to see that. Now sales are up both in April and May. In May here we have sales up almost 50%. So that's a pretty good indication that the market is dealing with the demand. So we're getting more listings, they're getting absorbed, they're getting purchased out. So we are definitely doing well in the sales department. Now sales year to date is actually it's up 53%. So if we're looking at 2020 up until this point in June, we saw, the Windsor Real Estate Board has sold 2,016 homes versus what we're dealing with this year, 3,091 homes. So there's a lot more sales. That's good to see as well. The average price here, we're taking a look, and we actually seen last year the average price jumped up from, well, it stayed flat from March and April, and then jumped up a little bit in May last year. This year the story's a little different. We had our basically April's peak was 571,000 for the average purchase price, and this month that just passed in May is $563,000 average price. So it's not breaking the previous month's average price. Where we go from here, we'll see. Now average price year to date. So if we're looking from the beginning of the year till now, we are doing quite well here. So average price now is year to date is 538,000. Okay, compared to last year it was 374,000. That's a big jump. Now we have a median price. So median and average a little bit different here, but the median price for May is 507,000, and April is 526,000. We see the previous year we weren't even at 400. Now we're looking at year to date, and the median price is 492,500 as of May. And again, we've been seeing this trend a lot. May 2021, most homes are selling around the $420,000 to $700,000 mark. So that is where most of the sales are happening. As we look in the lower price brackets, there's not much that's selling under 200,000. Okay, so that concludes our monthly take on the basic statistics for Windsor-Essex County real estate. Okay, now I'm going to dig into a few other statistics that I like to look at to give me an idea of what's going on in the market. So right now we're in our system here. I selected residential. We can go into every other category, but we're going to keep it simple and go with residential. If you do want me to do analysis for you in the condo market, multifamily or land or industrial commercial, you can definitely contact me and I can get more in depth on those other subcategories. But let's stick with residential here. So I'm going to stick with Windsor-Essex County, and what we're going to do here, we're going to go sales price to list price ratio. Okay, we're going to generate this report here, and it shows here the trend. So basically, the percentages on the side, when it goes over 100%, it means that these homes are selling for over asking at those percentages. So when it's under 100%, homes are selling under list price. So we see here in January of 2016 all the way to the end to January of 2018, there wasn't really crazy bidding wars where homes were really selling way above asking price. But if we need to see the actual numbers, I'll just click the data tab here, and basically we're taking a look here to see what's going on as far as how much are homes selling above the asking price. So we see here in 2021, 111%, February 129, March 134, April 134, and May 136%. So 36% over the asking price is the average in Windsor-Essex County. Now, in different places in Windsor-Essex County, like say East Windsor or Tecumseh or Lakeshore, now you'll have different numbers, but we're looking at the broad market here. So 30%, that's huge. I don't see here in the last 5 years a number that beat 136%. Now, I don't know where it's going to go from here. It could stay this way, it could start to taper off. We'll talk about a little bit more of that in a second. But it's also due to underpricing, like severe underpricing. So if your property is probably selling for $400,000 on the market, it's getting listed for $200,000. So then it sells for double, and now that kind of skews the average when it comes to list or sales price to list price ratio. Now there's other indicators here that I like to go to, and one of them is days to sell. Now we have average and median. We're just going to keep it average, I guess, for now, and we're going to go last 5 days or 5 years, sorry. Now when we look at these numbers here, it shows that in April, May, the average days it takes to sell a home is 12 days. Now, that's really a strong seller's market. March was 21, February is 18, and January is 25. Now, again, this is not taking into account certain specific areas. If you want to look at, say, South Windsor, I have to definitely change some criteria here to get that particular number for you. But look at Windsor-Essex County as a whole. 12 days on market is incredible. I don't see here anything that is lower than that since 2016. Obviously, before 2016, we were in a balanced market coming out of a buyer's market. So that is definitely a big indication that we're still experiencing a strong market. Just out of curiosity, we're going to go in here and change some criteria, okay? So we're going to let's just pick South Windsor and see what difference that makes. Okay, so we're going to look at generating this report, average days to sell. Now, if we look at the data, it's at 11, so not too far off. But the month before in April was 10 days on the market. And I can do this with LaSalle or East Windsor or Leamington or Kingsville. For going into that specific information, again, just send me an email or a text message or requesting it, because this video will be definitely too long. I didn't want to run these videos too long anymore. I just wanted to get to, the information. Now, as far as what we're hearing in the market right now from realtors, and also my own observation, is the number of offers that we're seeing on certain properties are not as much as before. So a certain property that I would say, okay, you know what, maybe there's going to be 10 offers or 12 offers on this property. Now there's 5 or 6. Or in some cases, there isn't any offers. And what's going on is that they're being relisted at a higher price, the price that the seller wanted originally, but they wanted to underprice it so that they reached that number a lot easier and with less headaches and with less conditions. So we still, as realtors, we're feeling the pressure from sellers to reach expectations, to constantly beat previous records in the neighborhood. And I'll do my best as far as getting top dollar for a particular home that I'm listing. That's what I try to do with all the homes I'm listing, is service the client as best as I can. But we are faced with a scenario here that it could be just this month, this past few weeks, going into summer. Sometimes it gets to be a little bit of a slower market, a little lull in the market, right? So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Now, buyers, I think right now could be the opportunity that you were looking for this year to purchase a home. If there's less competition, you should do a lot better. As long as you're looking at what's selling in the neighborhood for that particular house you're interested in, and staying within those comparisons. We're not looking at a crash here that you can go in at such extreme low levels, but we want to be able to get a property that we weren't able to get earlier this year. Now there's possibly less competition. That remains to be seen, because we can't go off 1 month. We need to see a trend over, say, 6 months to see if this is a true trend or not. Okay, so if you have any questions in regards to real estate in Windsor-Essex County, you can feel free to give me a call anytime. I'd be glad to answer any questions for you, and I hope you're enjoying this great weather and the economy starting to open up again. And until next time, thanks for joining me. Take care.